Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my humble little stream. How are you doing today? Please tell me immediately. To nobody's surprise, I'm pretty tired today. Pretty sleepy. Chipflake needs some good news. Oh, well, I hope your day gets a little bit better from now. I'll try my best to distract you from whatever's been ailing you. Thank you for tuning in either way. Appreciate it. Keep it going, let's go. Heck yeah. Well, I'm good. Nice, nice. Good to hear. Welcome in. Yeah. 2 p.m. What do you mean morning? It is always morning. It is always morning. Somewhere in the world, but also on my live streams. Even though I'm pretty sure... Oh, here we go. It's 8 a.m. for me. There's at least one person in chat for which it is currently morning. It is currently considered morning. Yeah. The drive to and from Hamburg was okay. It was, yeah. So for those who don't know, I drove all the way from Dusseldorf to Hamburg this what day was it? Saturday. No, I left on Saturday. Yeah, I left on Saturday. Because Hamburg is where the main game dev for Super Chipflake the YouTube is located, and we wanted to do a big release celebration stream because if you somehow still don't know, the game came out last Monday. Technically Monday. Yeah, Monday. And yeah, it's about a well, you see, it's funny. It would only be like 4.5 hours drive if it weren't for all of the construction and traffic on the way there. It was a Saturday though, which was a surprisingly chill day to drive, so that was cool. And then I drove home on Monday night, and it was exhausting, but I definitely prefer driving at night because it's a lot more chill. Yeah, if you drive there, we've made the mistake of driving there at like midday on a weekday, and that it makes the drive go from 5 hours to like 6.5, which is just ridiculous. So yeah. Only 4.5? That's such a America thing to say. No, an American would be like, only 10 hours? That's nothing. Meanwhile, 90% of the drive is on like one long dirt road with like no other cars on it. Super Chipflake the YouTube is very fun. Thank you, I really appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, for those of you who got the Steam version, I would like to humbly request, if you did enjoy the game, please consider leaving us a quick review on Steam. Because reviews are really helpful, because, you know, here's the thing with reviews. I'm sure a lot of you can relate as well. People tend to leave reviews on things more often when they dislike something than when they like something. I mean, I'm saying you guys could probably relate in some way because I'm definitely guilty of that as well. You know, for example, if a restaurant really disappointed me, like served me dreadful food, I will leave a review. But if I had a nice experience, I tend not to leave reviews. You know, maybe I should work on that. But yeah, the thing is, especially with indie games and such, games like ours that don't get that many reviews, those negative reviews tends to outweigh the positive ones pretty easily. Which, you know, wouldn't bother me that much, because I think it's like totally fair if you didn't like a game, or like if a game was like objectively bad in some ways, that you report on that and like let other potential buyers know. That's like perfectly fine. I don't have an issue with that at all. It's just that we've had we've had some cases with the game already that certain types of people have gotten a little bit overly upset about the fact that apparently the game is too too woke. The game is apparently too woke because some of the characters use they them pronouns, and also there are rainbow flags in some areas of the game. So yeah, if you did enjoy the game and you're based, please consider leaving us a review on Steam to help drown out those people who are mad because they saw rainbow colors in a video game. Thank you very much. Always forget to review the thing even when the thing is good enough. I only review if it's an absolute masterpiece or if it sucks, or when I'm reminded. Yeah. Same here. It is something I want to try to get better at, specifically when it comes to reviewing things like indie games or, you know, local businesses and stuff like that. Like people who a positive review like goes a long way. Yeah. Woke in my furry cat adventure game? Yeah, apparently a character having a pride flag sticker on their face is too much for some types of gamers. It's a sad world we live in. Yeah, if only they knew who made the game. If only they knew that like half of the people who worked on the game are not cis white men. Yeah. Hello, been wanting to learn German. How did you learn? Which apps, websites, whatever do you recommend? Did Andro teach you? Where do I buy one? Where do you buy an Andro? I mean, technically you can go to his live streams and donate him a lot of money and he would probably teach you. Yeah, short answer is I learned mostly just by living here. And just visiting the country as well. I picked up a surprising amount just by visiting the country. Like, I already had, like, A2 level German by the time I moved here, which is wild to think about. Yeah, I wish I could give you some good, like, app recommendations and stuff, but I actually didn't use any. I, just picked stuff up by coming here, and also did a language course once I actually moved here. So yeah. Yeah. Waiter, there's gay in my game. I want more. Yeah, like, it's really funny to see people complain about that stuff, because if you really, like, look at the game, there's really not that much stuff in it that could be considered, like, aggressive or radical. Like, literally the only things are, like, couple of rainbow flags, and the character in the dating game in English being referred to with they them pronouns. That's like literally it. It's actually a pretty effective way to learn a language. Remember seeing it in the book Ultra Learning. Oh, never heard of that book. But yeah, I always consider the best way to learn a language is to just, like, surround yourself by it as much as possible. like to the point where you can't even avoid it. Like when I when I first moved here, even before that, when I first started visiting Germany a lot, and I would just be constantly hearing the language, I would like eventually start picking up words that people would use a lot. And I specifically remember one of the first words I learned was the word genau. My partner's family would use that word a lot. That word literally is just a way to say, like, exactly. So, like, when you're chatting with someone and they say something you agree with, you say genau. That's like one of the first words I picked up. That's why surrounding yourself as much as you can with the language, and if possible, like natural native speakers, rather than just like news broadcasts and stuff. That's the best way to learn terms and phrases that are actually useful. Both actually useful and will actually stick in your head because you can actually use them. You know? How many spoilery things are we allowed to talk about in chat? Don't want to spoil things for people who are in the middle of the game. That's a good question. I guess you can just maybe try to phrase it in a way that doesn't sound spoilery, just in case. I wish you could do like spoiler text in Twitch chat. That would be really cool. Thank you so much for the 21-month resub, by the way, Steven. I saw that you were streaming the game yesterday as well. Really cool. I appreciate that. Hope you enjoyed it. And thank you, Lunarian, for the 12-month resub as well. Let's go. 12 months. Congrats. Wait, what? 12 already? Holy Z. Yes. Very true. Yeah, time goes by way too fast these days. I'm scared. I'm very afraid. Terrified. Loving the game? Hell yeah. I appreciate that. Personally, English isn't my native language, but I think I got better by watching videos in English. Yeah, that's pretty much how my partner learned English, actually. He would just, you know, back then, there weren't many localizations of video games, so a lot of the games he was playing were English only. And he watched a bunch of, like, the big YouTubers back in the day, like Smosh and stuff. Obviously, these mostly American or British YouTubers. At first, obviously not understanding a word they were saying, but he just kept watching them and eventually learned a lot of the language. Yeah, recently got my chip blanket, hecking amazing. Thank you. I do love designing blankets and stuff. Glad you like it. How can I see the Twitch resub thing on YouTube? Is that also mix it up? Yeah. I use the, I don't know, do you call it a bot? I don't know what it's called. Program. I use the program Mix It Up to combine my YouTube and Twitch chats together. And it also lets me know if somebody subs on YouTube versus Twitch, which is cool. And I would put the combined chats on stream so that you guys can see what each other are saying. But to be honest, I am just really paranoid about the idea of having any form of chat on screen. You know, in case somebody's coming in here saying some weird stuff and it's like on my stream, you know. Scary. Got a funny clip of Deke playing a game a few days ago. I don't know who that is. So I'm pretty much just missing the record collectibles of one type, and I have no idea where they might be. Yes, So, I don't know how many of you guys remember this, but I did say that I was planning to do a subathon live stream next week. First of all, I've made the decision to push it back a week because I still have a lot to prepare for it, and I've been extremely busy this week, unfortunately. So sadly, I think I'm gonna push it back to February 2nd, so in 2 weeks instead of next week. And one of my sub goals for that stream is if I hit a certain amount of subs, I will do my own full let's play of the game on stream, and attempt to do it in one sitting. And that's gonna be kind of interesting, I feel like, because on one hand, like, I don't know how long I will take to 100% complete the game, to be completely honest. Because on one hand, I know the solution to pretty much every quest, because I did a lot of text writing and editing and stuff. But to be totally honest with you, I actually don't know where all of the collectibles are. I specifically haven't played through the entire game yet because I wanted to do that together on stream. So I don't know where all the collectibles are. I've never, like, obviously I've playtested the game and stuff, but I've never actually completed one of the records, for example. I also struggled to find them. So I think that's going to be interesting. So basically, I wish I could help you and give you a tip on where to find the record pieces, but I don't know myself. Related, congrats on the launch of the game. Hope everything went and is going well. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's going, I'd say it's going okay so far. How long is one sub going to be in the subathon? That's, yeah, exactly. That's one of the things I still need to figure out. Because when I do the artathon streams, the ones where I draw chat requests until the timer runs out, in those, the each sub only adds speaking of subs, thank you for the subs, Great Falcons. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the Kato squad for the 3rd month. Appreciate it very much. Wait, I need to, like, I'm really bad at maths. I don't know if you noticed. So in my subathon stream, in my artathon streams, my timer is set so that basically $1 equals 30 seconds. And that's a pretty low amount of time. Specifically because in those streams, I am drawing constantly for upwards of 8 hours. So it feels very justified that it would take more donations to increase the timer. But I don't know exactly how much time I want to set it as for the subathon, to be honest. Because there's going to be a lot more... It's going to be more like... It's going to be less mentally taxing for me. It's going to be less mentally taxing for me in the sense that I'll be doing more stuff like this, like working on YouTube videos. Obviously playing the game, if that works out. But at the same time, there's not going to be an 8-hour cap. I think I'm going to set the cap at like 36 hours. So I'm thinking of starting at 2 PM and going until 11 if the timer reaches that far. And then if it continues, I would start at 11 AM the next day. Yeah, lots to think about, basically. So, I don't know, maybe I'll go for like a middle ground of like $1 adds 45 seconds. That might be good. So then 1 sub would be... Well, it costs like 5 for you guys, but I only get half of that. So it would probably be like... 250, which would be... What's 45 times... I don't know. You figure it out. Person who made the game doesn't know every single intricacy about it. SMH, not a real fan. I'm a little bit, I am a little bit, I was a little bit nervous to admit that I haven't 100%ed the game yet. But it was specifically so I could do that on stream, because I think it would, like, obviously it's gonna be worse for me because I'm gonna take longer to complete the game, that I don't know how many hours I'm gonna be sit on it. Sit on the game. Sit on the game and on the stream. I don't know how many hours that's gonna take, but I think it will be more entertaining from a viewer's perspective if I don't know absolutely everything. Yeah, so like, just to reiterate, I do know like most of the quest solutions, but there are actually maybe like 1 or 2 that I'm not 100% sure what the solution is, so yeah. And thank you for the unshrimp reminder, by the way. I didn't do a proper posture check before starting stream. I'll do that right now. What was I gonna say now? Oh yeah, and if I do that stream in 2 weeks, then I think that might actually be a good idea because it gives you guys more time to play the game, so that you can watch my stream without getting spoilers. Maybe that's better. 3 minutes 45 seconds. I'll just go ahead and believe that. Thank you. Loving the math struggle. It's really funny because my partner and I met somebody recently who's become like basically our best friend, and we've been chatting with them a lot, and all 3 of us are really bad at math. So whenever we're like talking about something and it's like, okay, what's like this amount times this amount, the call is like quiet for a while. While we're all sitting there with like the loading animation above our heads trying to figure it out. Like usually there's at least one person in a group when I'm like chatting with multiple people. Usually there's at least one person who's like at least semi-good at math who can like solve it within 5 seconds. Literally thinking about cutting my trip a bit shorter to get home and play Super Chipflake. Ooh, that's amazing. Hi guys, how is everyone? I'm pretty good. I mean, I'm okay. I'll say I'm okay. Okay, so here's the thing. The game may be complete now. Well, okay. The game may be out now. I mean, it's complete. It's just constantly getting bug fixes and stuff. The game may be out now. But the work is not over. Because when you release a project like that, you then need to work even harder almost to convince people to like actually spend money on it. Because otherwise, all of that hard work will be for nothing. So, you know, I may be done working on the UI and the sticker artwork and the intro animation and all of that. But I'm still up to my ears in work on making sure people know about this game and have frequent updates about the game. And to be totally honest with you, I feel like I'm kind of nearing another case of burnout. Because on top of that, I also need to make sure I'm still making YouTube videos for my Chipflake YouTube channel, so it doesn't die. And working on commissions, which are pretty much done now, thankfully. I finally finished my 2 most urgent ones. And the people who commissioned me for those were incredibly sweet and patient about it, which I really appreciate. The next 2 in my queue are pretty much done. Actually, I can show you. Wait, let me just, let me hide this for a second. Yeah, there's this one. This one. And this one. Okay. So there's this one. It's like pretty much done. It's like this. Wiggle wiggle. Wiggle wiggle wiggle, cute neon guy. And then we have this one. There's also like wiggle wiggle. I really like how the colors turned out with this one. And then this one is still like pretty in progress, but I just kind of need to finish coloring and shading them. Which shouldn't take too much longer, I think. Yeah. The thing is, with these ones, even though they're pretty much done, I do like to take like a couple hours to a day's break once I've quote-unquote completed a commission, because I want to like... I always like to come back to it with like a fresh perspective, if that makes sense. Like, if I'm like staring at this image for like multiple hours at a time, I often notice like, I often don't notice mistakes and such, so taking that break from it and coming back to it after a couple of hours, I might notice like, I don't know, oh maybe the shading here could actually be done a little bit differently, or like maybe I forgot a marking on the character's design or something like that. So yeah. Other than that, Commission queue is finally pretty much empty, which is nice, because I could focus on this thing. Why does your website show your tired video as the newest one? Because I kind of consider that my newest video. The others are more like announcements and updates and stuff. Looks nice, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Suffering from burnout, quit lighting yourself on fire, SMH. You know what? I had not considered that. Like for the unshrimp reminder, by the way. You know what? I think my desk is a little bit too low. Yeah, there we go. That should prevent me from sinking into my chair a little too much. I'm currently at work eating 2 sausage biscuits and a water. What is a sausage biscuit? Or do you mean 2 sausages, comma, biscuits and a water? What was I gonna say now? Yeah, I ate sausages for breakfast too, isn't that cool? Shortayo, thank you for the resale of the game. It was so funny to play. Love the quest with Ich muss meine Kunst an die Wand hängen. Thank you so much, Yuki. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I did notice you streaming the game a couple of times. That was really cool of you. I appreciate it. I didn't get the chance to like properly watch it, but it's really cool to hear that you enjoyed it so much. Yeah, you can thank the main game dev for most of the funny quests. The guy has a very fun style of humor. Which thankfully seems to be speaking to a lot of people. Yeah, with a game like this, I was honestly fully prepared for kind of a mixed response, I guess, because I feel like it has kind of a specific type of audience. Like, either you're gonna find the dialogue hilarious, or you're gonna hate it and think it's really cringe. I was a little worried that there would be more people on the cringe side of things. But it seems to be the other way around, which is really cool. Yeah, I've been trying to check out people's streams whenever I get the chance. It's been really fun seeing how people react to the game. Loved all the jokes and references I've seen so far. Thank you. I'm glad. Yeah, that's another thing. There's also a type of gamer that, like, absolutely refuses to talk to NPCs. So I do want to give a shout out to everybody who plays the game and actually talks to the NPCs and reads the dialogue. So we did put a lot of effort into the dialogue. And I want people to appreciate it. There's a gameplay or a game mechanic that I haven't seen. That was so cool. And the speed shoes, I definitely overused it. Yeah, the items are like some of my favorite, maybe my favorite part of the game, to be honest. They're just, main game dev did such a good job of programming how they work. And like, the thing is, you can do some like crazy maneuvers with the speed shoes. And the grappling hook, actually. You could do crazy maneuvers with those, even like really. You can like get to areas in the game that you weren't like intended to be able to get to. But like, that's the kind of thing that the game dev doesn't want to patch out, because that's kind of like, it's cool. It's like a reward for messing around with the mechanics and discovering something that you weren't technically meant to be able to do. I think that's pretty cool. It's very reminiscent of playing really old games on like the Nintendo 64 or something that have a couple of glitches in them that never got fixed. And like that feeling you get when you discover them. Yeah, I do like that he wants to take that kind of approach with it. Speed shoes are the best. Yeah. It's been really fun seeing people's reaction to the speed shoes, especially the fully upgraded ones. Yeah, video game. Video games. In the post game, the info came about a second game. Sorry for my English. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I understand you perfectly fine. I think the dialogue you might be referring to is content that was supposed to be in this version of the game, but had to be cut for time and budget reasons. Classic. But if the game does well enough, we really want to add those back in. The main developer's actually been still working on those features. One of them, I think I'm allowed to spoil this because he did He did show it in a stream yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. But we originally had a bunch of platforming levels. Like, you would go through a door and be teleported into this, like, space world. And you have to platform to reach the end, and then you get a reward for that. And those levels were always really freaking cool. And yeah, they are still being worked on, so I think we have a pretty good chance of them actually getting put back in the game. Oh, and another area as well, along with another quest, I believe. Yeah. There's a really cool character in that area that had to be cut that I was really sad about. But they will probably be added back in once if the game does well enough, which is potentially possible. So yeah, as I said earlier, if you like the game, please consider giving us a review on Steam. Yeah, Yuki, if you're interested, you should definitely check out Zambsoct on YouTube. He recently did a live stream in German, where he was working on those levels and also showing a bit about the development of the game, which was really fun to see. It's really fun to see how far the game has come. Everyone, hope things are going well. Yeah! I think it's a bit of a slow day today, to be honest. But it's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do. Just followed your animations recently. Good shit. Your game looks fun. Also, fellow skunk. Hell yeah. Good luck with the game launch. Thank you very much and welcome in. Appreciate it. Oh, in German, I'll try my best to avoid to learn more English. Fair enough. Yeah, at this point, yeah, so I did say this a little bit ago, but a couple more people have joined since then. I was planning to do a subathon this Monday, in which one of my goals was to play the whole of Super Chipflake 100% in one sitting, potentially. But I have decided, regretfully, that I'm going to push the stream back by a week. Partially because I really need to make more YouTube videos. I don't want my channel to die. Like, I haven't made a proper YouTube video that isn't just announcing or advertising something in... Let's see. Gotta call myself out here. Okay, a month ago. Tired was a month ago. 24th of November. That's more than a month, YouTube. Are you okay? That's like 2 months, bro. Yeah, but like basically, just because I've been so focused on working on this game, I haven't had the chance to work on YouTube videos. Which, to be totally real with you, has kind of screwed me over. Because YouTube is like, well, it used to be my main source of income, let's just say that. The game is like one of those things you invest time and money into in the hopes that it will eventually come back to you. But that doesn't happen very quickly, so I'm kind of in a rough patch right now, to be totally honest with you. I think out of my childhood a good place for the reason why I learned English, now I'm here. Damn, okay, that's really cool. Thank you. I played it within 8 to 9 hours, but I was so focused on the details, don't get... I see. Did you 100% complete the game, like get all the collectibles as well, or was that just like the main quest and some side quests? Cause the thing is, I really don't know how to predict how long it will take me to 100% complete the game, because on one hand I know the solution to 99% of the quests, but on the other hand, I actually don't know where all of the collectibles are located. Because I specifically haven't 100% completed this game by myself yet, because I wanted to do that on stream. And during playtesting, I did struggle to find a lot of the collectibles, so I think that is going to be my nemesis when I do my full playthrough. Only a few artworks missing, but I'll try to get them. Nice. Yeah, I wish I could give you some tips on where they are, but I actually don't know. The video you're animating not going to be with socks? Actually, no. It's just Chip, and I don't know, it's a little bit scary to spend a lot of time working on this because it's kind of experimental. It's not a story time, and it's not really an animated skit, like it's not like a comedy thing. So I really don't know how well this video is gonna do. But I don't know, usually around the start of each year I tend to feel experimental. And me being experimental around the start of the year is what made me create the video I got Google banned from my school, which was the first video I made that blew up. And also, I believe, if I'm not mistaking my own lore, I believe I also decided to try making Catsby-like around the beginning of the year as well. Which is also a very big shift in content style that obviously paid off very well. It's still my most popular video of all time. 5 years ago. Oof, ouch, owie. Yeah, also January 8th, 2021. I think the Google video was also right at the beginning of January as well. Watch me, like, be completely bullshitting right now. Where are you? Yeah, 8 years ago. 16th of January 2018. So I'm a little bit late this year with my experimental January video, but... Can I make an animation on Super Chipflake? Ooh, yeah, of course. Please, I would love to see that. I'd absolutely love that. Need to go to Lurk. Have a nice time. I really appreciate that. Have a good stream, Yuki. Ayo, Angie Pause responded the other day. 2027 is when they might be at cons over at Europe. I see. Interesting. Well, that's quite a way away, but that would be cool. You need help with the animation? So, like, I really wish I could be like, yeah, please help me out, guys, but, like, for multiple reasons, it is very hard for me to, offload parts of my videos to other people, especially if you're offering to do it for free. I like you might think it sounds really nice and stuff to offer working on YouTubers' videos for free, but like sir/ma'am/mix, please value your time more. Don't work for people for free, okay? If you're gonna do any kind of work for free, like, I don't know, working on your portfolio or something, having examples of your work and stuff, do that instead. You can make fan content based on people you like, I don't know, that's fine, but like, I'm not gonna make you guys do hours of work for me so I can make money off of you, like, no. No. And on the other hand, as much as I wish I could pay somebody to do work for me, I am too broke. So I'm kind of like stuck a little bit. That's my situation. Don't offer to pay artists with exposure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you may think, oh, if I like do some work for this big YouTuber or whatever, I'll get a credit in their video, and that'll like help me. Which is like a cool thought and all, but that like exposure, I guess, it really, unfortunately, it really doesn't go as far as you might think it would. Because the truth is, the vast majority of the people who watch YouTube videos or whatever don't look into who actually made this video. And even if they do, the vast majority of those people aren't actually gonna look into who you are and, I don't know, follow you on social media and like offer you jobs and stuff. So in my opinion, it is really not worth it to work for YouTubers for free. Even if it's an exchange for a credit in the description, it should be like at least for money or like some other kind of agreement you can work out that is actually fair. But aside from all of that, let's say I could afford to hire somebody to help me out. I don't know, like, what work I would give them. Like, I have a very particular way of making videos, of animating, of working in general. And it's very hard to, like, translate that in a way where somebody can, like, look at my work and understand what they need to do. I don't know if that makes sense, but... like, I've worked alone on these videos for, what is it, 8-9 years now? So my workflow is very much centered towards being as efficient as possible. So that means cutting out things like storyboarding and making detailed scripts and making, what are they called? Action sheets? Those sheets where it includes, like, where the sound effects and stuff come in. I don't do any of that because that's just a waste of time. I can just look into my brain and see the information. But obviously, if I were to actually work with somebody on a video like this, that's not going to work out. They're not going to know what they need from me. And then in the end, we're just gonna waste more time, and like I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking, but part of me is like, I could use that time. I could use that time I spent teaching this other person how to understand my work to just make videos myself, make more videos myself. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I'm really not in a position to to hire anybody to help me out right now, unfortunately. So, I don't know. Maybe if I ever do get into that position, it's something I can think about. Something's bothering me about this. I need more in-between frames. Let's go. You do be just like me though, no storyboarding when animating, I mean. Yeah, I mean, they are very useful, I will say that. Working with storyboards is very nice. But when you want like maximum efficiency, at least in my case, it's faster to just go straight in with the keyframes. This is basic. I could show you how this video is set up. I've done like a really... Hello? Why are you invisible? Why are you invisible? Oh, the opacity is just really low. Yeah, I've basically just made like these incredibly quick thumbnail sketches. I didn't even finish it. I didn't even finish my animatic, I guess you could call it. Thumbnailing. Guess who's no longer invisible? Yo, is that Convexity? Welcome in. How are you doing? Want to learn how to animate fight scenes? Ooh. That's most likely a lot of work. Probably really useful. That's not what I wanted to say. Really worth it. Yeah, I do. As much as I enjoy animating cats doing silly stuff, I do sometimes feel a little bit, what's the word? Caged in, I guess. I don't get to explore many different genres and stuff. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing here with this video, to be totally honest with you. It's a bit of a different genre, I guess you could say. And I haven't animated something with this many frames in a while. But it's kind of like, I don't usually use a lot of frames in my videos. You know, back to the whole efficiency conversation. But this particular video, it's, in my opinion, pretty important for the vibe. The whole vibe of it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Meow. So hi Quote, how's it going, dude? Welcome in. You recorded yourself to use its animation reference? No. Well, okay. Once I recorded myself using a paintbrush to use as a reference for an animation. And that was for my college work. Yeah, recording references is another one of those things that I struggle to find the time for, I guess. Which is also kind of frustrating because using references is probably the best way to get better at animating or drawing in general. But yeah, it relates to what I said earlier about feeling kind of caged in with the whole cat animations thing. Oh my gosh, is that Jehan? Welcome in. How are you doing? Caught one of your streams? Oh no, let it go. Let it be free. Stretch. Okay. Got my favorite meow. Today is gonna be a good day. Yeah, animated an instrument before. Let me think. I like how you used trombone as the example. That's a funny example. I don't think I ever actually have animated an instrument. Funny you say that though, because something I've honestly always wanted to do. Like, people always ask me like, what would you do if you didn't do YouTube and stuff? Wait, I need to cough. Excuse me. Yeah. Mayonnaise an instrument? I think I have animated mayonnaise before actually, now that you say it. People always ask me like, what would you do if you didn't do YouTube and stuff? And my like second, I guess, dream job, still animating, but I've always loved the idea of specifically animating, or honestly even just making music videos. Like, I don't know why, but I just love the idea. Like, I don't know, maybe it comes from you know, being 12 years old and watching Warrior Cat AMVs. Being like, yo, that is so cool. But yeah, I love the idea of making music videos. I made my own music video for college for a Fox Stevenson song, actually. And it was like some of the most fun I've had with a project before. Yeah, I would love to like get paid to just like create music videos for bands and musicians and stuff. But I think that's a pretty difficult job, I guess, to get into. Because most smaller musicians don't have the budget to pay for an entire animated music video. And the big ones probably already have studios and stuff that they contract for that kind of thing. But Chipflake saxophone and vaporwave cat. You know what? You're very right. Thank you for that. Yeah, one thing you gotta know about me is like when I press upload on a video, my brain just like the information about that video just like it's Thanos snapped away from reality. So people are always like coming up to me and referencing my videos and stuff, and I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I never said that. Thanks for that unshrub reminder, by the way. You ever considered 3D animation? Of course. I do find 3D in general very interesting. I've done a little bit of 3D sculpting, but I've never made a 3D model, which is a very important distinction because 3D sculpting is literally just... It's like literally like sculpting. Like you kind of don't pay that much attention to how many polygons you're using, which is not a good idea if you want to animate it. So I can make 3D sculpts, but I can't make efficient 3D models for animation purposes yet. Like, I would like to. I'd like to know how to do that stuff, but I just don't have time. I don't have time for another extremely time-consuming hobby. That's my main issue in my life, is that I have all of these interests and hobbies and stuff, and I don't have time for them because they take too long. Do you know Ailstorm? They brought in this animator who did a pitch for Ailstorm that worked really well, and he animated quite a few videos for them. I haven't heard of them, actually. Let me look that up. Yeah, oh, this looks really familiar, actually. Scottish heavy metal band? Yo. I mean... Technically, I have animated a music video before. I got commissioned by... Blanking on the name right now. This is very embarrassing. Wait. Ken Seto, right? That's his name? Ways. Yeah, Ways. That's the band. Or I think it's literally just one guy, actually. Very, very small indie musician who commissioned me to make a whole a whole animated music video for one of his songs. And does that with a couple of, with like quite a few other animators actually, which is pretty cool. Other than that, there's the animations I made. I commissioned Convexity to make me a bunch of tracks to animate to. And yeah, all of those projects are up there as like some of my favorite YouTube videos I've ever made. I don't know, I just find it really fun to, I don't know, listen to a song and just picture in my head what it's gonna look like and animate that. But like, it would be really cool one day if I had the opportunity to like make like fully listen to a song and just like picture something and create that, and it's not like, it doesn't have to be specifically tied to Chipflake, you know, like, I don't know. Maybe it's like, yeah, maybe it's like a metal song and I'm like picturing like werewolves and stuff, and I could like create an animation and a story based on that, like have like total freedom over it. That would be really cool to do one day. Savannah XYZ has a really good tutorial sort of thing on how to turn sculpts into models that aren't terrible for animation, so you might want to check that out. Okay, sounds interesting. Thank you for that. Aaron seems like the kind of guy who casually enjoys heavy metal. Nah, I'm actually more of a deathcore guy, to be totally honest with you. And I actually really like power metal, but I've never really like taken the time to specifically look into power metal bands to listen to. It's like one of those genres that every time I hear it, I'm like, damn, that is really cool. I want to hear more of this. And then I just never look into it. Power Wolf? That's a metal band. Power metal. Yo, okay. I'm gonna write that one down. Cool. But yeah, I don't know if that's kind of ironic based on how like chill my streams and videos are, but I usually listen to very aggressive music, to be honest. I like loud noises. I like interesting sound design in music. But I mean, I don't know, I listen to a lot of different genres. Sometimes I'm in the mood for something more upbeat, and I listen to some like UK garage or something. Bagpipes? Bagpipes are cool as hell. I don't have like a specific song that features bagpipes that I listen to, but yeah, they are pretty loud. That's a good point. Have you heard hard bass music before? I have. I think I may have a track or two in my Spotify likes that utilizes hard bass elements, but isn't like purely hard bass. What dubstep artists have you been enjoying lately? Don't say Borgo. Let me see. I haven't listened to a ton of dubstep lately, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I still really enjoy Code Pandorum. I think he does some really interesting stuff with his music. And he comes across to me at least as the kind of person who really like cares about the stuff he's making. As in like not just making stuff that he thinks will do well. Yeah, what have I been listening to lately? I sorted all of my tracks into playlists recently, and I made one specifically for driving, because I need chill music to drive to, and it's like mostly music from Nikkei, to be honest. There's a little bit of dub in there actually. I like dub a lot. It's very chill. Very makes my brain tingle. This time I'm able to catch one of your live streams. Hi. Hello. Welcome in. Get welcomed. I guess I've been sorta getting into, I guess you would call it alternative jazz lately. My partner really likes the band Bad Bad Not Good. I like them a lot too, I just don't really listen to them on my own. That's kind of just because my partner's like constantly listening to them, and if I listen to tracks too often, I get tired of them too quickly. Which I hate, by the way. I hate that happens. But I found a band called Ebby Soda pretty recently. And I really like the album called Ugh. Bonus Edition. Is it called Bonus Edition? Probably. Yeah, probably. Catnip music. Yeah, let me just crack open this water real quick. Mainly listen to New Jack Swing because I'm weird. Is that the name of the genre? I don't think I've heard of that. Feel free to elaborate on what makes it weird if you feel comfortable. Okay, how's this looking? Late 80s to early 90s R&B. Okay. Well, that doesn't sound particularly weird. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave this like that for now. I might come back to it and add some more frames later. I have a very specific inspiration for this video, and I'm really curious if anybody's gonna pick up on it at all, because I think it's not super obvious. Okay, how do I get from this to this? I think he's gonna go back down like this, and then kind of like curve up into this position. Yes, yes, yes. Ugh. Do be an animator. Just weird because nobody really shares my music taste. Well, that sure is a mood. I guess I'm thankful that I've kind of grown out of my... Dude, I used to be so annoying when it comes to music. And honestly, anything. Like, especially when I was a teenager, I was a really, like... If something is popular, I'm not gonna give it a chance kind of person. Which is, like, really stupid in hindsight. Because obviously, like... It's cool and all to focus on smaller artists and everything. That's not the problem. Even to like mostly listen to very underground musicians. But just like completely closing yourself off from any artist that has more than like 500k followers. Like you're just missing out for no reason. A hipster? I was a hipster without the cool parts of being a hipster. Yeah, like I still wouldn't consider myself a fan of pop music. Like 99% of what I hear on the radio is still stuff that I wouldn't actually listen to in my free time. But I have become more receptive to more popular artists, which sorry, I'm getting kind of tired already. Which I would recommend to people because it's really it's a good idea to at least have some bands, artists, TV series and such that you like that are also popular, because it gives you a higher chance of finding something to chat about with other people. And like connect with them over. And you know, the cool thing about that is you can be like, oh wait, let me think of an example. I don't know, I mean, I guess I could use that example from earlier. I don't know, you meet somebody who likes Bad Bad Not Good, and you're like, okay, we're like bonding over that. Have you heard of Ebby Soda? For example, and then you can help them expand their music horizons and not only listen to popular stuff. Obviously, Bad Bad Not Good is kind of not like the most popular band ever, but you know, just for the sake of example, I think you get what I mean, right? Thanks for the unshrimp reminder, by the way. Since you like jazz, have you heard of Convexity? You gotta make some color jazz. One of my favorite music artists tend to be in that weird spot where they're kinda known and maybe have one or two songs that are super famous, but the artist isn't famous in quotation marks. Yeah, I guess you could say that about Bad Bad Not Good actually. Like everybody knows that one song. I even forgot what it's called. The one that got sped up and used on TikTok all the time. Time moves slow. Everybody knows that song. If you think you don't know it, just listen to the chorus and you'll be like, oh. But most people don't know their other tracks. Which is sad because you know how I discovered this band? From freaking Better Call Saul. There's this really amazing scene in Better Call Saul where Mike is, I don't know if should I spoil it? Like, I don't know. There's this really amazing scene in Better Call Saul with Mike, and it's really, really tense. And this song Can't Leave the Night by Bad Bad Not Good is playing, and just the whole song plays, there's no dialogue, you're just watching Mike do this thing, and it's so freaking cool, and the song is so cool, the instruments, the way everything is mashed together is so good. So yeah, I recommend I recommend checking out some of Bad Bad Not Good's other tracks. If you haven't yet. Because it's it's I think you call the genre alternative jazz because there's like little electronic elements mixed in, and I think they do that really well. Some really creative stuff. And also listen to Ebby Soda for a similar vibe. Do you know Milk in the Microwave? Is that a band or... No, I don't know. I am unaware. Could also be considered jazz fusion. That makes it sound like it reminds me of the restaurants we have here in Germany that are like owned by Vietnamese people, and they sell like Chinese and Japanese and Korean and Vietnamese food, and they always call it something fusion, like Asia fusion and stuff like that. Generally love electronic music. It's kind of the one thing my favorite artists have in common. Yeah, I'd say I also mostly listen to electronic music. Probably like... I probably listen to electronic music like 70% of the time. When I don't, it's usually deathcore or Brit rock. But Brit rock songs, I literally only listen to one band called Milburn, who is just really like nostalgic to me, I guess. I haven't really found any other bands like them that I vibe with in that way. Yeah. Music is really cool. Jazz fusion is pretty broad. It means mixing jazz with other genres like electronic or rock or hip-hop or whatever. I see. That's interesting to know. Thank you. Thank you for your insight, Mrs. Convexity Music. Ah. Alright, let's... Wait. Bro needs a nose. How else is he gonna sniff? Okay, how do I want to do this? Should he... Maybe he should already, like, rotate a little bit this way. Yeah, like that. Maybe not that far back. Yeah, and then he's gonna be, let's say, somewhere over here. So there's like a nice curve. See, I know the 12 principles. Aaron, hot take of the day, music, it's cool. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't been cancelled yet for takes like that. Transform... I want the mesh. Give me the mesh. There we go. I just need to think about like where the eyes would be positioned. Make sure they like curve around this sphere of a head. I'm out of cola, so I'm just chugging water like a normal person. Isn't that cringe? Oh yeah, speaking of the whole like, I wish I could animate music videos for a living kind of thing. Yeah. I've been thinking about my next video after this one. And there is a track in the Super Chipflake Ooh soundtrack that isn't in the game yet, because it would be part of the bonus platforming levels that will get added if the game does well enough. The thing is, that track frickin' slaps. It goes ridiculously hard. And it would be really fun to make an animation to it. I just gotta like check with the with the dev to make sure it's okay for me to reveal that track already. It should be, because he did play it on his own stream the other day, so it would also be a pretty good way to kind of like announce like, yo, we added more content to the game, thank you. Have fun. The eyes go in the head. Add me if you need more art advice. Yo. Cody Fox coming in clutch, thank you dude. Yeah, I would really like to do that dancing animation as the next video, but I also told my patrons, my Patreon supporters, that the next video would be a road trip storytime animation. And I don't know how long I can keep making other videos before people start to be like, dude, dude, come on, what are you doing? I mean, to be fair, I don't think anyone would mind. They just want to see more videos from me, but I do feel a bit bad. So I had like a whole vote and everything. To be fair, I did start working on that video already. Bucket list item, commission Aaron for a convexity music video. Would probably have to take out a loan or something. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't even know how much I would charge for something like that, to be totally honest with you. I think I did the Wantaways one for the 3,000 euros. But in that case, not only was that before the crazy inflation, I was also technically a Chipflake video. So I had the benefit of earning money off of it from the ads playing on it. And also, it was very easy to make because I'm very experienced with animating that character, and also it's mostly black and white. So if I would do like a full original music video with unique visuals that I would potentially not be able to make any revenue off of, I'd probably have to charge quite a lot. Which makes it even harder for it to ever actually become a reality. But honestly, that's fine because it's not necessarily like something I'm desperate to do. It's just something that I think would be really cool if I wasn't doing YouTube as a job. Oh, I should make his eyes like half open actually, like he's opening them. This might look a bit weird, but it's fine. It's okay for in between frames to look weird, guys. Just own it. If people screenshot your weird looking in between frames, that's cool. It's more publicity for you. Oh. Yeah, dude, if I was like rich, if I was so rich that I could live the rest of my life doing whatever I wanted, I would spend my life making animated music videos for indie artists. Wait, it's confusing because indie is a music genre. Underground music artists. Hello there, General Kenobi. Welcome in. Welcome to my cozy stream. Okay. Okay. Why are they underground? Why don't they get out? I don't know. Because the world is scary. I definitely can relate to the urge to constantly hide underground, to be honest. How's everyone doing today? I'm pretty okay. Are you a drawer? I don't know, am I? I feel like I'm more of a cupboard, to be honest. Consuming animation while warming up in minus 25-degree weather? Oh my god, are you okay? Are you gonna be okay? It's wild. Minus 25 degrees Celsius? Bro, we had like, you could kind of see the polar lights here in Europe, on Monday night. Which was funny because at that time I was driving back from Hamburg and we stopped at a rest stop. It was me, my partner, and the musician from Super Chipflake the YouTube. And we're at this rest stop and then we look up into the sky and we're like, whoa, the stars are so clear. What are those like weird stripes in the sky? They kind of look like lights. What is that? And we're like, huh, I don't know. Is it like from the lamps or something? Somebody made a joke about it being the Aurora Borealis. And then we get home the next day, we realize it actually was. Which is kind of sad now, because we could have taken some pictures of it. It probably would have looked really cool. I think the phone camera would have picked it up a lot better than our eyes, because we couldn't really see much. It just kind of looked like there were like bright streaks in the sky. Music in SCU is quite good. I applaud the musician. Thank you. I think Bro did like a crazy job on the soundtrack. And it's been really cool to see all the support for the soundtrack as well. Countless games which were never funded or never released. To actually co-create one and launch with zero drama is genuinely an insane achievement. I haven't heard you reflect on that aspect much. Yeah. Well, first of all, I mean, it's kind of sad that that's like... That like even has to be said, that happens with so many projects. I do feel like I've talked about it a couple of times though. Because basically, something we did with the development of the game that in hindsight I'm very glad that we did, is not crowdfunded. Because, you know, a lot of these indie game projects crowdfund their development, which is always like really cool and stuff in the beginning. But then what happens in most cases, they realize that the game's scope is like way too big and they originally asked for way too little. And then they literally run out of money. And then they also not only ran out of money, but they're not gonna get that back from the people who supported them, because they said in their rewards that they get a free copy of the game if they support it now. And then they have to fill out all of their other rewards. Like some people, some studios do like, oh, free merch, free postcards, free posters, this and that, which also costs money that a lot of people don't account for. Yeah, and essentially it's this like you're kind of like setting yourself up to attempt to hit these like crazy expectations that a lot of indie studios don't manage to do because it's their first project of this scale. So in our case, the whole project was essentially entirely funded by the main developer. Which was cool for the aforementioned reasons. But also, it means that Bro is incredibly broke right now. And also, kind of in debt. And if he's in debt, I also can't be paid for my work on the game. So, yeah, please buy the game. Buy the game. Please leave a review on Steam. But yeah, the positive of that though is that the game like had to come out at some point, right? Like, if the main developer is funding the whole game himself, eventually he's gonna run out of money, right? So he physically can't keep the game in development hell. Otherwise, Bro will go completely bankrupt, right? Thank you for the resub, by the way, Nebula. Welcome in, dude. 21? Lol. Don't got that in it. There was something else I wanted to say, but now I forgot. Yeah. So, obviously taking that approach had the downside of eventually you hit a limit with how much budget you can put into the game, so things had to be cut. And some things we would have liked to improve on, we weren't able to. And also, we're very broke right now. But I would much rather be in this position than be in the position from the crowdfunding route where you ran out of money and you also don't have a game to give to the people who supported you for it. Like this way, the what's it called? The responsibility is like completely on us because both of us really don't like this, the concept of relying on the community to fund the game, you know? We much prefer it to be like, okay, here's our game. If you like it, buy it. Here's ways to support us and stuff, you know? And it's essentially like, you know, if we put a lot of effort and love into this game, theoretically, we should be rewarded for it. Based on people recognizing that and enjoying the game, and because we put out a good product, you know? Yeah. I'm very glad that it's finally out, though. I do think... I guess I could say I wish the development went a little bit differently. It definitely needed more planning from the devs' part. There was a kind of crazy amount of time that we didn't even know what kind of game this was going to be, and like what is the goal, what are the game mechanics and stuff. Like that took a long time to figure out. And I think if it was much better planned, the game could have come out earlier and we wouldn't have had to cut out a lot of the things that we wanted to include. Which has been a little frustrating to deal with, to be totally honest with you. But I think this whole thing was a huge learning experience for the studio. And I'm still really happy with the product. Like, in the end, I hate using the word product, it sounds so corporate, but you know what I mean. I'm really happy with how the game turned out in the end. I'm glad that it wasn't just kind of like thrown together in order to like get something out and get a bit of money back. Like, it's still, it has a ton of passion into it, and it seems like people are actually enjoying it, which is the most important thing. Game is awesome, dog. I enjoyed it so much, and I think I found all of the little secrets too. Hell yeah. Glad you enjoyed it that much to the point where you wanted to explore and find all the secrets. That's like my biggest hope for people who play the game. Do you think there will be any big updates in the game's future? Yeah, I was talking about this a little bit earlier. But essentially, if the game does well during the initial release, we want to add back in all of the things that we had to cut due to budget and time. For example, a whole extra area. I don't know if you noticed in the game, there's like this huge log that's like filled with rocks. Originally, that log was open and you could go through and get to the new area. We want to add that, we left that in specifically because we wanted to hint, like, you know, there's another area that could be unlocked eventually. So there's that, and there's also a set of platforming levels. Because Christian, the main developer, really wanted to, include a lot of different 3D platforming elements, so there's basically something for everyone. So it's basically like, you know, if you just want a cozy game, you just do like the side quests and stuff. If you want to collect stuff, there's tons of stuff to collect. But you might have noticed there's not a ton of platforming. That's because there originally was, but it ended up having to be cut. But those levels are still really cool, and we have a lot of progress done on them. So if the game does well, they will be added back in a free update. So buy the game. Buy the game, buy it for your nan, leave us a Steam review. And thank you for the bits, Felix, I appreciate it. Rate your game, also Meowdy, Aaron. Meowdy. I just purchased the game. Yo, no way. Thank you, dude, I appreciate it. Hope you have fun with it. Alpha platforming levels are already fun. Yeah. Yeah, also the music goes way too hard. Ooh, let's add a little bit of a tilt to this, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. I see it getting together. Found like 3 of them with the bugged launch and I got hats from them. Yeah, I like to think of the messed up launch as like a little bonus for the early birds. You got to you got to see some secrets. That's your reward for getting the game so early. Are your socks plush for Christmas? I'm so excited for when it arrives. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I freaking love how those plushies turned out. It's crazy. I made the concept art, I sent it to my manufacturer, and they showed me the sample, and I was like, dude, this is like exactly like the concept art I made. I didn't even have to request any changes. It just perfectly replicates my concept art. It's crazy. Just join what's happening. Not much. I'm just working on my next YouTube video, which I'm being very vague about because I like to be mysterious. And we've mostly been chatting about Super Chipflake Ooh. But we also had some discussions about music and... what else did we talk about? We talked a little bit about learning languages. I feel like we talk about that in every stream. What's your YouTube? It's the same as my Twitch, Chipflake. Where? Honestly, yeah. Got a LAN exam in 5 minutes, so that'll be fun. What is a LAN exam? Let's add another in-between here. Learning languages is very fun. Yeah. It's very satisfying. But it's also very hard. My GF is Brazilian, we do the long distance thing. We both want to move to Ireland. Oh. You know, I read Iceland and I was like, that's very interesting. But why specifically Iceland? Yeah, Ireland makes a lot more sense. I don't know, maybe you guys really like cold places? Got my phone to like no brightness due to me not wanting my class to see my screen. Nah, let him join in, bro. Wait. No, wait. Yeah, no. I thought I wanted to put this frame between these two, but... oh, you know what? I should draw the body in. Okay, how is his body gonna go? Just like slide in, I guess? Island because I'm British and I have freedom to roam, and she's Brazilian and there are many in Dublin. This is a huge airport. Okay. Interesting. Well, I hope that works out for you guys. T for T long distance moment. Aw. I'm guessing you're thinking of Northern Ireland though, right? Because as far as I know, I may be wrong on this, but I did have a trans femme friend who was based in Ireland. And she told me all about the struggles it is to get healthcare for trans people in Ireland. I don't know, maybe it's changed since then. I think that was a couple of years ago. But yeah. I hate that that's something that we have to like even think about when we're talking about moving to different countries, but yeah. Something to be aware of. Thank you for the bits, Felix. It's currently minus 8 degrees Fahrenheit here. Minus 22 degrees. Yeah, frickin' Desitos as well is freezing at, what was it, minus 25? It's gotten cold. It's gotten cold here too, but not that cold. Or maybe... I don't know if this is too complicated, but I could make the body like overshoot. I don't know if that would look a bit funky. Maybe it like bounces up and then back down again. Just don't know if it would look weird if the head is not doing the same thing, but I guess I can try it. It's worth a shot, right? Hello. Yeah, because it would look really cool if the scarf is like, wee. I would just need to add an extra frame in here for everything to settle. Bridge games! Oh my gosh. I almost just spilled my entire water bottle over myself. I do not wish to be soggy at the current moment. That would be very unpleasant. Also, I appreciate that my capture hasn't disconnected a single time. As hilarious as that was, it was rather annoying. I also had a weird issue with my pen the other day, where it wouldn't draw sometimes, and I got very scared that it was broken because I'm not in the position to replace it at the current moment. But it just randomly started working again like 3 hours later, so I don't know. Watch it disconnect now. No. No. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. So yeah, I guess I'm pushing the subathon back by a week. And in the meantime, I'm gonna try to finish this video. I really hope it's not gonna take me more than another week. I mean, at the rate I'm going, it will, but... oh no. For a while I thought my tablet had a problem, but it turns out I just plugged it in the wrong place. What? How does that happen? Oh, by the way, guys, if you know of any streamers or YouTubers that play video games, or talk about video games, specifically indie games, I guess, or just games in general, consider recommending Super Chipflake to them. You can also let them know I would be willing to give them a game key in exchange. Because to be honest, I really don't have many contacts with other creators. Kind of because I spent the last 8 years being too depressed and anxious to talk to anybody. Hello, good morning, or good night to everyone. Hi, Aaron. Hello. Welcome in. How was your morning/night? Tell me everything. Like, I'm a creator, streamed it for the second time yesterday. Oh, really? On YouTube? Oh, chip flaking all over. That's amazing. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. That's cool. Thank you, dude. I wish I had more time to check out other people's content about the game. Because I love watching people react to it for the first time. Also, the frickin' speedruns some people have been doing have been crazy. So, hey Jenna, how's it going? Guys, look, it's the real Geno who's in the game, Super Chipflake. And the dog makes a cameo. Who up chipping they flake? Well, Mango Foxy apparently. On YouTube. What's your favorite ice cream? Oh, definitely, So there's a quest in the game where you make ice cream with weird ingredients, and I wanted to make a joke about that, but I forgot what the weird ingredients are, so my joke fell flat. You're welcome. Don't be mad at me. I specifically haven't done a full playthrough of the game so I could experience it with you guys on stream, okay? Okay, I was just thinking about you guys. Purple mushroom, yeah, purple mushroom is my favorite ice cream flavor. Did at least recognize catching up? That was a cool Easter egg. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I wanted to I wanted to include more Easter eggs like that. But one, like I said a second ago, I don't actually have that many contacts with other creators. And secondly, I was okay, so how long was it? The last year or two has been kind of rough for me mentally, which really bothers me because I feel like it really affected like not just my YouTube and streaming and stuff, but also like my work on the game. Like I just didn't have like the mental energy to like put in as much effort, I guess, that I feel like I would do today, which is really frustrating. If we do a if we do an upgraded version, there's a couple of things I would like to update on my end, such as the intro. I'd like to reanimate the intro. And I'd like to add a couple more like 2D illustrations, for example. What was my point? Yeah, so another thing that my mental health affected was reaching out to other creators and asking if they would like to have a cameo in the game. Because there were supposed to be a couple of more, including, for example, the Odd Ones Out, who did actually respond to me, but he never sent me the artwork in time, because I only reached out to these creators like a week before the artwork was supposed to be like added to the game. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking of asking the dev if we can maybe add in some more in a future update. I don't see why that would be an issue, right? So yeah, that's why the references are kind of obscure, I suppose. I don't know. Something I do not like about this animation so far. Talk to the Odd Ones Out. Alright, Mr. Hotshot over here. Yo, I didn't just talk to him, bro. I went frickin' I went to a frickin', what is it called? Like a trampoline house with him. And a bunch of other animators at the time. 2019, I think it was. You know what? At the time, me and my partner were like so incredibly broke that when we got to this trampoline place and we saw how expensive it was, we were like, actually, I don't know. I think we're gonna sit this one out, guys. And frickin' James Odd Ones Out frickin' paid for us to get in. was like, bro. Bro. What a legend. Yeah, he used to be very open to meeting up with and hanging out with other small storytime animators. I don't know, maybe he still is. I get the feeling that he's not really anymore. But I can imagine, like... I don't know, I don't want to assume too much, but I do kind of imagine that he probably had some bad experiences eventually doing that. And that's why he's become a little bit more closed off. Which of course is understandable. What is your wallpaper? It's a collaboration illustration I made with a friend of mine. We like drew our friend group basically. It's kind of an old piece now, but I still like it. It's cute. I would show you, but I don't know if there's anything private on my desktop. I don't think there is, but I'd rather be safe. Oh, hi Mr. Flake. Hello! Welcome in. Ivy comb is in a painting, I think. Chat told me the dragon thing was ivy comb. I thought they were a bee. So basically, ivy comb has like a bunch of different characters that they use to represent themselves. And I think that... Wait. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's... I think it's like an airplane dragon, right? I don't know if that's like a relatively new one. But they have been using it a lot with... You can see it a lot in their album art on the Spotify and stuff. Yeah. Well, I'm like 1 or 2 degrees of separation from Shaq. Yo. When are you gonna do the collab? Snow in my zone today. Yo, why is it so cold? Oh, you know what's annoying? It was like freezing cold here in North Rhine-Westphalia. When was that? Like the beginning of last week? And then it suddenly got really warm again. It was like 8 degrees. I was like sweating going outside without a jacket and everything. And then I drive to Hamburg last Saturday and there's freaking snow. And I was severely underdressed. I was dying. And now that I'm back in North Rhine-Westphalia, it's gone cold here again as well. So I just escaped the warmth and I've come back to cold. I'd actually have less degrees of separation from Marshmallow now that I think about it. I have an acquaintance who collabed with him. Ooh. Wild. Art, yes. Specifically animation. Specifically, 2 seconds of animation out of 31 seconds. 31? It's really that short? Oh my gosh. That's really short. Am I even gonna, like, earn any money from this video? If it's that short? This is an excellent time to rethink my life choices. I hate the system we live in where we have to dictate our choices based on if we can earn money to survive. So cool. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make... Wait, the... Am I just gonna I'm just gonna turn this into an overshoot frame, maybe? Yo, what's up? Not much, just, you know, rethinking my life choices as you tend to do on a Friday afternoon. Just dropped in, I already love how this looks. The eyes and personality of Chip's movements look so beautiful. That's really sweet, thank you, Jack. Yeah, I don't know how early you tuned in, but I was just... I was just having doubts about it. Because I realized how short the video is. And I said this earlier on stream. Like, way earlier. But this is kind of an experimental video. It's not a story time, it's not really a skit, it's not comedy or anything. Because for some reason, I like to get experimental at the beginning of the year. I didn't even notice I was doing this until recently. But, I double checked and, I got Google banned from my school. That video came out in January. And that was like the first video of mine that really blew up. And then again, also in January, I published Catsby Like, which was another very experimental video that really worked out for me. So it usually works out for me. But to be honest, I don't want to be pessimistic or anything. But YouTube hasn't been kind to me lately, so I don't know if I trust it to actually show this video to the people who will want to see it. And I am very afraid that it's just going to be a huge flop, and I'll make like 20 euros on it. Or the, let's see. Hey, for 20, for 20, let's see, well, it took me 420 hours to make less than 2 seconds. So how long is 37 seconds gonna take me? 31 seconds. So I was gonna say in reality not as long because I am streaming and that does make me slower. But that doesn't include the coloring, which also is gonna take a while. And the editing and effects. So maybe 4 hours 20 per 2 seconds is actually a pretty good estimate. Sigh. Mood trying to escape being a poor lawyer into a poor YouTuber. Yeah, I do have to say I definitely prefer being in this position than like also working a job I hate, you know. At least I enjoy this. Like I don't enjoy the stress and being poor, but at least I enjoy the work itself. That's something I try to, like, unironically I try to be thankful for that. By the way, is Chip the cat a silly cat? I'd say so. stop streaming and editing then if you don't want it to take so long? Well, you see, the issue is streaming is also a revenue source for me. And if I don't stream, then people won't subscribe to me because nobody wants to subscribe to somebody who doesn't stream. And then I will be even more poor. That being said, don't get the wrong idea, I do really enjoy streaming. To unsub then rejoin for some reason, the sub only option wouldn't let me comment otherwise. Weird. Yeah, I've seen a couple of people in YouTube chat have an issue like that today. Really cool. I love that YouTube is like constantly having weird glitches and stuff. Stop editing then? But my artistic integrity. It's very important. Especially to this video in particular. The editing and effects are gonna be what like makes this video unique, I guess you could say. However, that part of the video doesn't take that long actually. Especially for this. I mean, I'm literally just gonna export this animation when it's done, and then like drag and drop the effects onto it. Tweak a couple things till it looks how I want it to, and then it's basically done. Besides the unexpected weirdness, how you doing, bro? I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Bow bow. Bookshelf at work shocked me. What happened? What did it say to you? Bow bow. Just gonna casually check how many Steam reviews we have now. 142, let's go. I got one more since I started asking people to review it. And it's a bad review, no! Wait, no, that's an old one. Wait. How do you frickin' sort it by... Ah, here we go, recent. I played it for almost 9 hours. Oh, it's from Yuki! Yo. Absolute legend. Heck yeah. Beepity beepity beep. Unspeakable horrors of knowledge I was never meant to be burdened with. I see. Wait, so it's like a bookshelf? Like, did your boss put those books there, or is it like stuff from your co-workers? Oh, excuse me. Never reviewed a game before, but I could review SU. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, I said this at the very beginning of stream, actually. But I don't mind repeating myself. I don't mind repeating myself because it's kind of important, I guess. So Steam reviews really help us. Because the thing is, And it's pretty relatable actually, but most people don't review things unless they hate it. And I say it's relatable because I've definitely done that before with like restaurants and stuff that like really disappointed me or really bad. I'm a lot more likely to leave a review than something that was really good. Which, I don't know, I guess I wanna work on that. So, in the case of Super Chipflake Ooh in particular, we've unfortunately already received a couple of reviews from people who so basically, if people don't like the game or they think it's bad or whatever, and they want to like, I don't know, warn other people about that, I guess that's fine. That's not what I have an issue with. But we have received several reviews already from people who have decided that this game is the worst game ever because it has a rainbow flag in it. Yeah, apparently Super Chipflake Boo is too woke, and that's why you should not buy it. Yeah. So, especially because we don't have a lot of reviews right now, those, let's say bad faith reviews affect our overall rating like quite a lot. So that's why I really want to encourage people to just drop a quick review if you like the game. To kind of like help drown out those people who are angry at colorful pictures in a video game. But Barbara is my favorite character. Yeah, we love Barbara, but she has a pride flag on her face. Disgusting, disgraceful. Never buy this game. Thank you for the bits, by the way, Felix. Did someone say rainbow? I don't know. Definitely not Super Chipflake Ooh. Beep. Welcome in, Pokeseal. How's it going? Hi, Chipflake. Hello. Welcome in. Yeah, it's incredibly funny to me because I guess those people don't realize also that the game is made by like half of the people who made the game are not cis white dudes. If they found that out, I don't know what would happen, bro. Maybe they wouldn't have purchased the game in the first place, which would have been the better alternative, actually. Review it to help you out because you're a bestie? Yo, thank you, I appreciate that. Woke people are sensitive gets triggered by a rainbow flag. Exactly, dude. Yeah, I was saying this earlier when I brought this up for the first time. It's not like the game is like super progressive or anything. It's not like telling you to vote for the Greens or whatever. It's literally just there's a character with a pride flag on their design. There's a couple of rainbows, a couple of trans flag references that are very easy to miss, by the way. And the character in the dating game uses they them pronouns in the English version. That's like literally it. All of these things are really easy to ignore. Like it was really funny because one specific review I saw, they actually seemed like they enjoyed the game, but the frickin' rainbow flags were the deal breaker. Like suddenly it was a terrible, disgusting game. So yeah, please please consider leaving us a review on Steam to help counteract that. Because like I say, like, I really wouldn't mind as much if it's, like, genuine reviews saying, like, yeah, I don't know, this game is, like, not that good for blah 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 reason. Like, that's fine. I don't know. Yo, Hoddy Wolf, what the heck? Welcome in, dude. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, what the flip? Bro, that is extremely woke of you. Imagine gifting 5 subs to a trans man. Disgusting woke person. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. Still gotta get the game, but Skyrim has me in a chokehold right now. Ah, yes. The classic replay Skyrim every 5 years. I see it's time. Game sucks, it has rainbow flags and LGBTQIA. Meanwhile, they're playing a AAA game which probably has a good amount of LGBTQIA developers. Yeah. Like, they get upset about that, but not like, I don't know, Baldur's Gate. Where you can have, like... I don't want to be too graphic, but some interesting pairings you can have in that game, let's just say. Don't forget to boop and meow if you're subbed. Exactly. I gotta have like a big sign somewhere that says you can do that. Yes, and meow. Schnitzel ingredients, woke cornflakes, trans lemons, Biden oil, pronoun wax though. Frickin' Biden oil. No, what the heck? Neon Wabbit, what the flip? Thank you for gifting 5 subs, what? And welcome in, I guess. Wow. Wow, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm like running out of things to say. That was incredibly woke of you, I can't believe this. And thank you for the 100 bits, Small Robin. What the flip? No problem, I appreciate it, thank you. Thank you for expanding my Kato squad. Now I can get booped and poked 5 times more. Yippee! Chippy chippy choppa choppa? Yeah. Kato squad, more like woke squad. Yes, how dare... how dare we acknowledge the existence of certain types of people in the world. Gotta bounce, but have a wonderful day, stay hydrated and woke. Thank you, Honeywell. Have an epic day, dude.
Breit 500 Helfsam Bits Fremwonstrikhatend Person Toilnase. Careful, contains traces of work.
Work. Ja. Ja, also du kannst mich verstehen, das ist schon gut. Danke, Steven. Du Legende. Ja, ich muss das nochmal lesen, ich habe die Hälfte nicht verstanden. Ach so, ja, ja. Na cool, danke. Danke, Bro. Wir bleiben alle aufgewacht. Ich schlafe nicht. Ich bin wach. Bist du wach? Ich glaube nicht. Yo, it's been a while since I've heard Chip talk. What the heck? Yeah, I did thank you in German, but thank you again for the bits, Steven. I really appreciate it. If you don't understand German, I was kind of just saying thank you and was like... I was like translating the word woke really badly into German. And it was hilarious. You really missed out if you don't understand German. You'd really get to learning it. You're animating, what software is that? This is Clip Studio Paint. Specifically the X version, because you can animate on the Pro version, but wait. Not a burp. Why do I feel another burp? Bro. Hello? There we go. Specifically the X version, you can animate on the Pro version, but you are limited to 24 frames, I believe, which is, of course, not enough for a YouTube video. I guess you could keep animating separate sets of 24 frames and then exporting it, but that would probably be really annoying. DDD 24 frames per second? No, like specifically only 24 frames in total in the Pro version. As far as I know, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah. Yeah. The only reason I haven't reviewed SCU is because I want to 100% it first, and I'm 4R, 1G, 1B, and 2 photos away. Yeah, no worries, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you. I have noticed... Wait, did I close the Steam page now? Of course I did. Of course I did. Yes, I have noticed from looking at the reviews, the longest playtime people have is like... I think the longest I saw was like 14 hours. Yeah, 14.6 hours. Somebody had 12. So I feel like if I do my my 100% playthrough, I could probably complete it within like 9 hours. I don't know if that's overshooting it or undershooting it. But like considering I know I know the solutions to pretty much every quest. I just don't know where all of the collectibles are. Oh, I'm also really bad at platforming. That's another thing that'll probably slow me down. So interested in learning animation. Any advice for someone new? Yes. First, a piece of advice. Animate stuff that you are interested in. Like basically have fun with it. Because I feel like a lot of people go into learning a new skill like drawing or animating and stuff, and they go like straight into the fundamentals, which is like, you know, obviously the most efficient way to learn. But I think a lot of people kind of lose motivation when they do that, because it's not really fun to just constantly focus on fundamentals. And I always think back to how I learned animation, which was by making frickin' Warrior Cats AMVs when I was 12. And I just had fun with it. And I don't know, maybe I would be like way better at animation now if I like spent more time learning fundamentals back then, but I was also 12. And I also, like, I don't think I would have stuck to it as I did if I would have spent more time studying, is basically what I'm saying. So I think you gotta find a balance of fun stuff and productive stuff, I guess. Not that fun stuff is not productive at all, it definitely is. Like, any progress is good progress, right? There was something else I wanted to say, but now I forgot. Yeah, I think, like, focusing on just doing fun stuff in the beginning is the best way to get into it. Because that's how you, like, build a habit of it, basically. And it's like something that's actually, like, fun to do, you get excited to do, instead of it being like, gotta remember to do my fundamentals today. Also, I always recommend to people to look up the 12 principles of animation. There's a really good video on it, of it on YouTube. Pretty much gives you everything you need to know to, like, make actually good looking animations. My playtime is currently 13.1 hours, damn. Would like to learn animation so I can do Doctor Who animations, but I keep giving up because animation is hard for me. Oh. Yeah, honestly, in that case, I would recommend checking out the 12 principles of animation and just, like, copying some of the individual principles. Just to kind of, like, get a feel for it and get that feeling that, like, you can actually do it. I don't know if that makes sense. Missed calls from procrastination. Welcome in. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad I can help in some way. I do worry sometimes that my advice is, like, nonsensical sometimes. So that's good to hear. I'm at like 5 hours on 4 ingredients. I see. Gonna play more tonight, most likely. Nice. Beep 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 beep. Yeah, as much as I'm kind of worried about this video not performing very well, it does feel really good to do a frame-by-frame animation again. I know you're probably really tired of hearing this, but I am kind of thinking about completely stopping making storytime animations. Hello Chip, how are you, dude? I'm okay, thank you very much for asking. How are you? Fundamentals do be important, lest you eventually crash and burn because you find out you don't understand. Yeah, I can relate. I didn't really look into the fundamentals at all for most of my career, I guess you could say. And then you, like, go back to them and you're doing, like, these beginner exercises, and you're like, why can't I do this? I've been drawing for 10 years. Why can't I do these really simple beginner exercises? People expecting you to make story times is like people expecting me to make color paste. Are the storytime animation community dying or no? I mean, I would say that it already died in like 2021 maybe. But there has been a recent growth in interest in it. Like there have been a couple new channels popping up that have been performing pretty well, so there does seem to still be an audience for it. They just don't want to watch mine, I guess. But I think, like, if I really think about it, I do prefer making frame-by-frame stuff like this than storytime animations. It's not that I hate making storytime animations, there's a lot of things I do enjoy about it. And I don't know, maybe I'm gonna say all this and I'm gonna keep doing the whole, like, switching between storytime and frame-by-frame stuff. Maybe I'm gonna end up keep doing that anyway, because I do... I do usually make a story time when I feel like I'm getting tired of doing a skit, and then I go back to skits when I feel like I'm getting tired of story time. It keeps happening. I don't know. So maybe I'm just in that phase right now where I feel like I don't want to do story time anymore, but then it'll change again in a couple months. Dude, like, I change my mind so often, like, I'm just accepting it at this point. I'm just gonna, like, stop saying anything definitive. Yeah, probably nostalgic for it or something, just reaching that point. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I do... Like, as much as I do enjoy certain elements of making storytime videos, I do feel like I kind of felt like I had to get back, like, go back to it. Which I regret because it was, like, really not worth it. Like, it's crazy how many comments I've gotten about, like, hey, when are you making story times again? I miss story times, but the videos don't actually even, like, perform very well. And I'm like, where are you people? Where are all the people begging me to make another story time? I don't know, maybe part of me wishes I had spent that energy experimenting with stuff instead of going back to story time and hoping it would help me pay my bills. Readings, what are we talking about? Somebody asked. What was the question again? I don't remember. Love the way Chip is drawn here. Hell yeah, glad you like it. Left a Steam review. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Absolute legend. Yo, you guys, you can just leave a review that just says the word cat if you really want to, like. Please feel free to do that. So Storytime community dead? That was the question. Yeah, but there was something else before it. Like, there was a reason. I don't know. Can I ask you a question? You just did. Haha. Nah, but seriously, I'm pretty open to any questions of any kind. If I feel like it's too personal or I don't have a good answer for it, I'll just not answer it. So anyway, we can leave a review for the Switch version. I don't think so, actually. Unfortunately. Watch the entire review section turn into cat now. I would love that. That's exactly what I want. Try to be funny, I think you might like it maybe. Yeah, I don't think I can see it yet, unfortunately. It's not showing up for me. Yeah, it doesn't show up for me yet. Sad. Promise I posted it. Yeah, no, I believe you. Maybe Steam just has like a review process beforehand to like check there's nothing spammy or something in it. I don't know. Yeah, Avatar's adorable. Scott's my favorite animal. Hell yeah. Hope you have a fantastic week and a magnificent day. Hell yeah. Thank you very much. You too. Lied about an earlier thing. Apparently I did review a game in 2013. Blasphemy. I'm gonna leave a review once I finish the game, but at the moment I really enjoy how my experience in the game is going. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Yeah, definitely don't feel bad if you wanna, like, complete the game first before reviewing it. No worries there. Beep 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 beep. I can't believe it's Friday. Man, I'm a little bummed that I'm not actually gonna do the subathon next week. I'm pretty hyped for it. I just need more time to settle. Leave the bits, Felix. You did the BB Beastum again. Oh my gosh. Eventually, I'm gonna make a bee Sona. I'm gonna do a little bee jig. The song will make me sleepy. This one's probably gonna be even more sleepy, actually. Beep-a-dee-beep-a-dee-beep. BBDB, BBDBD, BBDB. Your game is fantastic. Also, I hope you're doing good, Chip. Thank you, Master Gaming. You absolute legend. Really appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well too. I'm just sitting here doing an animation. My YouTube channel. Did you know I do YouTube videos? Bet you didn't know that. I do get a surprising amount of people in my Twitch chat asking what my YouTube channel name is. somehow. Oh yeah, I guess it's cool that people are finding me through Twitch and not through my YouTube all the time. Okay, okay, it's coming together. Slowly coming together. Very slowly. Crazy to see how far it came from testing the game to now. Huge improvement. Yeah. Dude, the main dev was showing some like really early development stuff on his live stream the other day. It's so crazy to think how like how freaking different it is now. Different in a good way, of course. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. The fact that people are actually playing it and actually having fun with it, that's kind of all I wanted. Actually found you on YouTube, stayed for a while until I found you had a Twitch like a few years after Chipflake discovery. Yeah, that's how it is for most people, I guess I would say. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's read Convexity review. 10 schnitzels out of 10. Robin and I went out for greasy pizza. Yo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, did you guys know that frickin' video game donkey played my game? Bro live streamed it. What timeline are we living in? Really? Yeah, like yesterday. You can still see the VOD on his Twitch channel. It was both very entertaining and very frustrating to watch because he kept trying to frickin' brute force the romance quiz. Which if you don't know, it's not something you can really do unless you know the answers to the questions, which you get elsewhere. Does it feel having the game of your dreams come true and being on the Switch and store Steam pages and stuff? Literally one of my dreams too. That's cool. I hope that works out for you one day. I don't know if I would say it's the game of my dreams personally. It's more of the main developer's game of his dreams. Yeah, but it's really cool. I was talking about that a bit earlier. That I'm really glad that it actually exists. And it's actually out, and it's actually a thing that people can buy and play and enjoy and complete. Because earlier we were talking a little bit about how a lot of indie games and indie projects in general go the fundraising route, which always seems like a good idea, but what often, pretty much, like, most of the time, what happens is that they vastly underestimate how much funding they need. And then they run out of money, and then they realize, oh, I still have to give rewards to the people who donated to my fundraiser. And also give out the game / product itself to the people who supported my fundraiser, you know? And then those games get stuck in development hell because of that. So in our case, the game is funded completely by the main developer himself. I have also not been paid yet because I will be based on the sales of the game. That's what we agreed on. Which definitely has its downsides because now everybody's broke. Well, not everybody. The people, the other people who worked on the game got paid. But I think that it's like totally worth it. Like I would definitely way prefer to be in this situation where, you know, we actually made the thing and people can buy it if it looks good and interesting to them. There's no like, oh, we took a bunch of money from people and now we gotta deliver even though we don't have enough money. There's nothing like that. And there was also a very huge incentive to actually finish the game at some point. Because obviously, even though the production already cost way more than anticipated, there's a limit to that, right? You can't... The main dev couldn't just keep developing the game forever. Like, we need to make some money back at some point, you know, unless he wants to go bankrupt. Excuse me. So yeah, very glad that the project actually worked out and it exists. Are you British? I don't know, am I? Okay, well, it is time. Because it is getting late. And I have to pee, so I guess I will see you guys on Monday, not for the subathon. It will just be a regular stream. The subathon will probably be the week after, February 2nd. Because I got a lot of stuff to prepare for it, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been really fun. A lot of cool conversations and stuff. Please don't forget to drop a review for the game whenever you're ready. It really helps us out a lot. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend, because you deserve it. Don't forget that...